So joining us for more on this, David Goodfriend, former Deputy Secretary to President Bill Clinton, and he's a Hillary Clinton supporter. David, good morning to you. Good to have you with us today.
Morning. Thank you.
You just listened to Judge Napolitano. Obviously, those are very serious charges. Your reaction?
Yes. Well, my first reaction is, as a lawyer, I'd like to actually see the underlying communications that Chairman Chaffetz has used to reach this conclusion. Most of what we have now, and I apologize because I believe they just became released. Is that right? They released while I've been in the chair here? I don't know. But if I were to look at them, I'd want to substantiate what the chairman of that committee has said. What we've got so far is his opinion. Now, I think it's pretty transparent when Chairman Chaffetz of Utah withdrew his support for Donald Trump. He was sending a shot across the bow of the Republican Party's presidential nominee. And what I believe, now taking off my lawyer hat and thinking about this politically, I believe that Chairman Chaffetz is trying to kind of make it up to Donald Trump and the Republican Party somehow by bringing back an issue that the FBI put to rest when Comey testified. I mean, I think this is kind of an old saw. But he did withdraw his support from Donald Trump, and now I think he's trying to balance that off.
Yeah, but this is all coming from new information that is coming out.
No, I don't believe it is new. He had the data. He had the information and the transcripts for many, many, many months.
But in terms of the potential offer to remove the classified marking from these documents after they were submitted into evidence, which Judge Napolitano says is just unprecedented, and even the suggestion of doing that, this is coming from Patrick Kennedy, is a bribe, even to suggest that you would trade a change in classification for some slots overseas. So obviously that would be something as a lawyer and as an American citizen that you would be very concerned about, correct?
Well, as an American citizen, I'm way more concerned about Russia hacking into our electoral systems and Donald Trump seeming to have no trouble with that. That really bothers me as an American. But what we have here is a little bit more political in nature, because what Judge Napolitano told you is accurate if the underlying emails essentially say that. But we don't have that. What we have is Chairman Chaffetz, who just withdrew his support from Donald Trump, assuming that that is the conclusion to be reached here. I would like to see the underlying documents myself and reach that conclusion. He's had those emails and had that evidence. If he says it's real, he's had it for months. Why now, Chairman Chaffetz, after you've withdrawn your support from Donald Trump?
Why now is a question that we can ask about pretty much every subject that is going around on both sides of this election, right? I mean, I think the answer to why now is pretty clear on both sides, but it doesn't completely undercut the actual substance of the story. And it involves Patrick Kennedy, who, we could just remind people, was the person who ran the Benghazi Accountability Review at the State Department and didn't bother to interview Hillary Clinton and ask her questions about it. So it does raise issues about his credibility.
It goes into the sort of larger narrative that I think we're hearing from the Republican Party as the gap between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton increases, as her lead increases. We're hearing more and more things bashing the system. The election is rigged. The FBI is in cahoots. These are all crazy kind of conspiracy theories coming out as the leading candidate is losing more and more and more. So this fits into that narrative, and I think there's nothing different, frankly.
I think people have had some substantial questions about the way the FBI has handled this case for months and months that are not even directly related to the election, but more to people's concerns about making sure that everybody is operating in a purely unbiased way at the FBI, which is a pretty serious thing. That
and I would love to see the Republicans in Congress. I'd love to see Republicans in Congress open a hearing into Russia hacking into our electoral system in the greatest democracy on earth, being attacked by Russian thugs. That I'd love to hear the Republicans in Congress take a serious look at. That would be very helpful to the American people right now.
All right, David Goodfriend, thank you very much. Good to see you this morning.
Thank you, Martha. Good to see you too.